Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. So my stew crooked. I gotta straighten up. Hope everybody's doing good. Enjoying the snow and the cold. It's been windy and cold here all day. I think it's colder today than it was yesterday just because of the wind blowing so bad. We haven't lost power. The power did flicker a few times this afternoon when the wind was blowing at its hardest, but so far we're doing pretty good on power wise. We fixed up a big old crock pot full of vegetable beef soup, and I browned the hamburger and put mixed vegetables in it and all that good stuff. Did that Friday, so we've ate on it Friday and Saturday now. I'm shooting this Saturday evening, so I've about had my full of vegetable soup for the year. I usually, as soon as it gets cold the first time of the year, I'll fix a big pot, and then if it snows or whatever, I'll fix a pot, and then the last good cold spout of the season, I'll fix a big old pot of vegetable beef soup. And then most of the time, that's about the only time we eat it, is if it snows or around the first time that it turns cold. These I'm going to use these on my pages. It's plant stakes is what it is. So I'm going to use it on my pages as tuck spots. So I'm going to glue it around this and then the bottom part of that. And then, whoops. So then that'll be a tuck spot on our page. I think it's going to be pretty neat. So I'm just putting the longer plant names, I'm trying to put them on these. So we put that in our tuck spots. So that's what I was doing with those pieces. I can't get my page back in there now. I'll just put it in there. But yeah, so I think I've got one of these. I went through and got my stuff together here of what I wanted to work on. And then I think I'm going to change my mind about these pieces here. Because I was going to use them, you know, as like a journaling spot. But I think I'm going to cut them in half. And that one journal and use them as pockets. So I'll need to put something else on them. I think that is what I'm going to plan on doing with them. Using them as pocket bits. Let's see, there is no broccoli. Where's a, what is this? It's not a zucchini, it's purple. What's the purple plants? Daggone it. Eggplant. That's what it is. Oh, and look, right there, I just did that. That's okay. That's alright. Really only need something to go on this one here. We'll put beetroot on that. We'll just do that. That one there. And then this green is lettuce. Heads of lettuce. So I was going to put it like a purple onion on one. I'll put the lettuce on the other side of it. So I think I am going to wind up cutting these in half, and that'll be 4 pockets throughout that journal. And then I've got 2 other pieces that I've decided I was going to make. So that'll be all of the light colored journal pockets, supposedly. Now, that's not to say that I probably won't make way more than I need, because you know I will. But I also do have another garden journal in there that I would like to do like later on. So you can do like a you can do like a fall journal, but it's more blue tones that journal is. So I think I'm just going to save it. We'll use it some other time. I'm just going to fix these up real quick. So I think these, I'm going to wind up using these stakes, name stakes, for the one that has the grandpa on the cover, the vibrant color, journal. I think them will go good in it for touch spots and such in that journal. I think that would be good. Normally I try to do, and then I'm going to use this as a belly band in that journal. Ooh, I did cut that. Look, I about cut that slap in half. I was cutting the covers. See that? I was cutting my cover pieces and this slid up underneath it. So yeah, so I got all my cover pieces together today. I got all my fussy cut stuff done today. I went through and got some tags and fussy cut ephemera bits to go on the tags. I got the pockets and stuff that I want to decorate. So I got all that stuff over here. I did all that today while I was sitting here listening on YouTube. They have, you know, like the TV show 48 Hours, the investigating TV show. Not the first 48, just 48 Hours. So I've been watching it on YouTube. So I've been sitting here listening to murder mysteries and doing junk journaling. Because there was I'm behind on my usual on all of my usual people that I watch on YouTube. So, you know, I can't just put them on and not pay attention. So I was like, well, that wouldn't be no good to put the people that I'm subscribed to on like I normally do when I'm crafting on my weekends. As I'll put them on and sit here and craft away. But then I said, well, if I do that, then I'm not going to pay attention to what I'm doing. This one is, I think it was meant to be printed on a 4A paper. And I printed it on 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to put that over to the side of the page and we won't know no difference. Put bell peppers. So I think these will be some cute little tucks in that one journal. Hope everybody's hanging on in there today. So I don't know how our roads other than what in front of our house looks like. They came through and scraped like up one side and back down the other. Pushed all the snow to the end of the road in front of the house. So then now the neighbors got out here with this four-wheeler and the little pusher front end on it and tried to scrape the side road over here today and tried to break up that mess where they scraped and just left at the end of the road. You couldn't get out because it was, you know, three foot high at the end of the road. So, you know, you're driving a lower car, you can't get in and out of that. So he went out there, tried to break it loose with this four-wheeler and the little with some little shovel scoop front end piece. So we've got a path to where we can get out. Now we just gotta wait for this little patch of ice right here off my room. Like I said, it's on the back side of the house where no sun gets. And it is nothing but a sheet of ice starting down the hill towards the main road. So If you start slipping and sliding on that, you're going to scoot on across the main road and go off. There's a little ditch on the other side. It's probably about head high. I'm 5 foot, so it's about a 5 foot drop on across the road from the house. So I think tomorrow, if it gets to 40 degrees like they said it was supposed to. Now today, you know, the sun came out from, I don't know, about 1 to 3-ish, 4 or 3:30. Now up until then, we've had, you know, like snow flurries off and on. And then after the sun went in this evening, from 6 to 8, we had light snow flurries. It wasn't nothing, you know, much, but you could see the snow coming down. Sorry, I'm still got the crud coughing. Nowhere near as bad, but just, you know, have the old flim flam. But so everybody's been trying to work together in the neighborhood and get us at least one pathway to where it'll melt and get down to the pavement so we can get in and out. So if you can back out of the driveway, like I said, you know, you back out of our driveway, I can keep my front wheel in my in my yard going down the hill, so then maybe, you know, if I did start sliding, it wouldn't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? And keep that one set of wheels over in the grassy area. Should be quite okay to get in up and down. If I were to be able to get out and go to work tomorrow and had to come back in and it was icy. And that's what we're thinking. I'm not sure at the moment, because right now the car's still covered in about 5-6 inches of snow. The driveway's covered up. The guy that scraped the pathway, he just did like so it's like a little 3-foot attachment to what would be a lawnmower or whatever, a 4-wheeler scraper end. So he puts that on his his little 4-wheeler and gets out here and he'll scrape. Basically what he does is he'll do a swath down to where like one set of your tires can go, and he'll do a swath back up where the other set of your tires can go, just to try to get, you know, the snow off the road to where it will melt down to the pavement. It was not completely scraped in no way, shape, form, or matter, but he's been working on it off and on today. He's like, this evening after the sun, before the sun goes down, he said, I'm going to get back out here while it's, see what little bit of it's melted, if I can get that up. So that's what he's been doing. And then he was out here with that thing last night about 8:30 or so, trying to scrape out where they had they came through and scraped the main road, which is 103 in front of my house, going out towards the rock quarry in Mount Airy. So he come through and he said, we won't never get out the end of this road out here, he said. So he went out there with that scraper in and taking it and raising it up and hitting it and just chipping away at that, pretty much that ice hill that they pushed up at the end of our road and we couldn't get out. And I think he's finally got it broke apart to where like you can get a car and get a car in and out there. So he's been out here working, trying to get that cleaned up so we can get in and out of the neighborhood. Because basically, they'll scrape 103, which is, you know, it's a main thoroughfare in and out of our city here. So it comes in from Virginia through Stewart and all of that. Highway 8 up into Stewart, Virginia. And the rock quarry. So, you know, the rock quarry, if the city won't come and do it, then the rock quarry, they get someone to come and scrape it. I mean, that they had people out here last year scraping it. The rock quarry did. or well, not last year, but the last time that it snowed. It snowed 15 inches, and the rock quarry took their own pretty much brought their own equipment, bulldozers and such out here, and was scraping the highway so their trucks could get in and out. But yeah, I live right at the entrance to the rock quarry. You turn out of our road in the front of the house, get on to 103, and the rock quarry is the next turn to your left. That's how close I live to the rock quarry. So like that's why I try not to film too much during the day, and if I'm off on the weekends, because sometimes they'll blast out there and you can hear it. So I try not to film too much during the daytime on the weekend, just because of that. So that one day I was shooting a video, and I heard a crash, and it rattled the house, and it sounded like they were blasting out there. I was like, no, they ain't blasting this time of night. It was 1 o'clock in the night. They don't ever blast after 5 o'clock. So that's why I jumped up, went running. I thought somebody done wrecked and hit the side of the house over here. So yeah, that's the snow road report for us. Now, as far as anything else, there ain't really been a whole lot of traffic on our road today either, out here in the main front. I know I saw yellow lights a few minutes ago. I was out on the porch with the dog. So I think they're going to try to come through and scrape one more time out on the main thoroughfare going into town. But now, like, 52 is pretty much clear in and around town. 77's pretty much clear from the Virginia line down to, you know. But 601 is, it's fairly clear. It has, you know, spots in the middle of the road, in the middle of the, where your tires would go. Not as bad. And then, so they clean it, and the hill that goes up to the hospital, cause 601 and 52 intersect, and that's where the hospital is, and all of the emergency workers go in and out with the ambulances and stuff on those highways. So they try to keep those cleaned up pretty good. I think I put glue up a little too high on that. I think I did. So yeah, we just had us a good old couple of snow days in the house, watching movies and eating vegetable beef soup, living vicariously through the DOT photos that they've been sharing in and around town. That's pretty much about it. And a whole lot of people that on Facebook been out riding the roads today either, because, you know, it's the weekend, so a lot of them don't have to work on the weekend. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to glue that in a U shape right here, and that'll be my tuck spot for my envelope. Uh-oh, there they are, scraping the road. There goes Snoop barking at them. Hopefully they'll come up in the where you can pull out there and push it up off the road, because on either side it's got like there's a hole on one side, and the other side has a guardrail. So basically, you know, if you start slipping and sliding, you slide across the road, or you go off and hit the guardrail this way, or you go on this side, and it's about a waist deep hole where the the pipes that run under the road, drainage pipe things, There's a hole there for it to run. And I'm hoping they'll, when they scrape it, they'll, you know, take and push it off where you can go into the road. If not, that fella's gonna have to get out here again with his four-wheeler and bust it loose so we can get in and out. Now, he's got a big old jacked up four-wheel drive truck, but his wife drives a Lexus. So he gets out there and tries to take and break that stuff loose. I think I want to put that on here. I know that's not peppers, it's broccoli, but I just want to put that stamp on there. Just because it's on there. And I did get out my my verified stamps this morning. So like this one here. So it's like a U.S. Air, vintage mail, and then that's a Paris processing stamp. And then this one is, what is it? I can't read it. Oh. Arrival approved stamp. And then, you know, the little wavy things. So that's what I was talking about yesterday. I had some of those processing stamps. I got a few more of them, but I just got a few that I wanted to keep out. That was kind of smaller, just to, you know, for like postcardy bits and envelopes and such. So when we put our stamps on, we can stamp it. Say that it's been processed, so it's legitimate. Supposedly. And then I got me a little small black soot, which you could use whatever. I want to do the black soot on here. Ooh, I moved it. Oh, that looks good too. And I'm just going to do it again there. Just a double stamp to get that off of it. And let's see, which one do we want to use? Let's do the vintage mail. Turn it where it's right side up. Oh yeah, there we go. Heck yeah. I like it. Yep, that's going to be fun to keep handy over here. These little stampy bits. Keep them in my little Jesus tray. And when I say it's my Jesus tray, it has the Lord's Last Supper in it. So I'm not being, you know, smarty britches. It is, my sister, is pink depression glass, and it has the Lord's Last Supper in it. So she got me that because I have a collection of pink depression glass. Oh goodness, Snoop, hush it. So I got a bowl, a plate, and a cup, and I have this little tray, and then she brought me an oval tray to match it, but it won't go in my plate, my wall plate holder. So there we go, that's that. So that would be something that would go in a tuck spot. So let's put that in with the taggy bits. Alrighty then, we got a whole lot of ephemera to make. I didn't think I had a whole bunch to actually make, but we kind of do. Let's see, can I get you through there? Make you look decent. Alrighty. Yep, we got kind of quite a bit of ephemera to get made up for this. And I really just pulled that completely out of there, didn't I? Knucklehead. But yeah, so might have a few videos of making the ephemera and stuff. And I got all of my journal covers together today with the I like that. It looks like rabbit ears. That's cute. So we got all of the ephemera cut apart. I have got to ink it. I've gotten, I don't know if I want to put any taggy bits on them or not. And when I say taggy bits, I mean toppers. I may try, let's just split this in half and put it on them. Just because we got that other piece there, so we, you know, I don't really need to do that either. I can just put one piece of it on the top like that, I think. And it'll be just fine and dandy. I think it would. Yeah, there. I like that. Okay. Turn it this way on. No, let's still do it that way so it don't look funny. Hang on to it. I know sometimes I have to pull stuff to me to get a better handle on it. So I may not be exactly in frame, and I'm sorry for that. Let's see. I'm just trying to use up some of my scrap stuff over here that I've got. Little bits of lace and ribbon and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get that stuff used up. And cut that down a little bit. Get our tag topper bits here. But yeah, I think I am, instead of using those file folders as a journaling spot or a file folder, I'm going to use them as pockets. I think I need to do that. Now this is kind of really light pink and white. This piece is. I think I'm just going to split it in half. Use one for one and one for the other. And that'll be that piece used up. So a lot of things this year, I'm not really having a word, but I got a phrase. Do more of what makes you happy. So instead of, you know, going along with the norm and, you know, everybody's doing this, that, and the other. You know, like, I've not seen nobody doing a garden journal. They usually do garden journals in the dead heat of the summer, where like it's in full bloom. But you know, I was like, you need a garden planning journal, you know, so you'll know when, where, and how, and you started your veggies and what date and stuff like that. What crops you got started, what crops you need to start. You're doing them by seed. All that good stuff. There we go. What's that? Oh, that's gray in it. Yeah. We'll just split that in half and do that the same way. Kind of a grayish brown color. I have no clue where it come from. A lot of times I come home from work and somebody's brought me something and laid it in here on my desk. I just throw it over there in my scrap box. I'm just going to tie that and let that hang down around that. I like that. That's cute. I'll probably do this in the same way because it's a little long. Dang, how many are these are they? I keep thinking there's only 2 left, and pick it up and another one comes out from behind it. They multiplying. You ever had your ephemera multiply by itself? That'd be great if it done it all the time, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. There we go. All right, is there just one of you? Yes. Okay. As you can tell on this one, I burnt the end and it flamed up on me. I was like, uh-oh, I might want to put that out. So I'm just going to cut that. I have learned doing this that you don't need as much lacy bits and stuff as you think you do. You know, now sometimes if, you know, it's my favorite lace bits and pieces, you know, yeah, I'm like, oh, I got to have more of that, honey. I can't wait to get more of that. But a lot of the ribbons and such like that, yeah, you don't need a whole lot of that mess. Get you some good straight lace of different colors and that about. I'm going to put this on here as a tuck, so then you can put some of these small tags in there like that. But yeah, a whole lot of the ribbons and such, you don't need a lot of ribbons. Get you some good lacy bits. Now, if it's a straight edge, thin ribbon, yeah, that'd be great, but you get the wavy lace to go as page edgers. I said that completely backwards, sorry. And then you get the straight, you know, like this ribbon here, where you can do that bit with, or tie it in a bow and have it hang down. That's a little thick for me to be tying in a bow, but if it's double-sided, yeah, that'd be perfect to make the little V shape on the tags and stuff with. So yeah, that kind of stuff would be awesome. So then see put your little tuck tag in there like that. That'd be great. I'm gonna put a piece of glue on that because that's wanting to slide there. Put me a bit of glue on that, let that tack it down. Now this piece here, it had a flap on it, and I'm going to use the flap as a tuck spot by itself. Where's it at? I just saw it. Right. So it had the flap on it, and see, and either way you fold that, it does not meet. Now I don't know if that was meant to be one of those twisty round bits, but it's supposed to overlap if it's like that. So I said, well, I can't fold it no way of any sort to get those to meet up. So I just cut the flap off of it. I'm going to use that as a tuck. Put this little bit here on it, this little ephemera piece on it, and use that as a tuck. And then this will be a gusseted pocket. So that's what I'm going to do with that piece. Because I was like, there's no which way I fold this here that is going to meet there in the middle, to where that would make the little, you know, like where all of the pieces overlay each other, and then, yeah, it wasn't meeting up no which way or how to do that. So I just cut the flap off of that envelope. It's going to make me a little tuck spot with it. And that is a tag with a tuck spot, so I'm just going to put it there. But yeah, it has carrots on it, so I said, well, I'm just going to take this bit and put this pretty little fussy cut piece on there. It has like a cantaloupe, peas, a beet, and it has like yellow wax beans. That's a cantaloupe, and it's peas. That's a beet and a tomato. So then I would just glue like just a little bit on the side and across the bottom. That'd be a good little tuck spot, because I have, you know, small ephemera pieces like this and those little small tags that I thought would work on that. So that's what I had decided to do with that. Now this piece, I'm going to glue these flippy flaps down, because that's going to drive me nuts. Not wanting to stay closed up. I'm just going to do that. Then when we put it in the journal, I'll do these just on the side of it. Have us a good little gusseted pocket. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry I'm yawning. I've been up since like 9 o'clock this morning. And I think it's really only like 10 o'clock here. But we've been up keeping an eye on the road and ice and such. And then these pieces here, I'm going to use them as tuck spots in the journal. So like they would be glued in a U shape. I think that would be cute to do that. And that the darker toned journal, I think that would look good in there. So that's what I'm doing with those bits. Sorry, I'm not as talkative as usual and don't have a good story to tell. But I'm trying not to talk too much and get the raspy voice, or wind up having a coughing spell again because I got the raspy voice. Now this is the smallest size. Okay, you know that tag that we did yesterday where it's the 8-inch tag? That's the smallest size tag in that set. So I think I'm going to just put this little stamp piece on that, because I got smaller tuck pieces here and there. And I think it would be cute just to do that with. I think that would be plumb cute on there. Just a small little tucky tag piece. That's why I said with this piece here, you could put that in that and this little journal card bit. And I think that would be plumb cute on a page. And it's probably going to be on one of the little, because remember the printed off papers I was showing you where it looked like it was like newspaper kind of prints and that. I did go through and pull out one of those pages a piece for the journals. I'm going to add those in, and I cut those down today. I'll get centered. They are like the length of the let me see here. Where's one yet? Real handy. All right. So they are the length. So this one here is the full length. These are going to be shorter. So I thought that would be cute to take and put something like that on there. You know, we'll probably have to ink it up a little bit darker, because you can't really write on it. It's, you know, just on them short pages. In camera, nope. So this is the full-size pages, and this is going to be a shorter page, and then you're going to put that in the middle of the journal. So we can take some of these smaller tuck pieces like that and just have an extra little writing space on those. And there's 3 of those short pages, and that's the full-size page. And for some reason or another, back then when I printed them, I had the foresight to print front and back, thank goodness. So so we'll be able to use those in our journals as add-on pages to our kits. That's going to be awesome. Alrighty. I'm thinking I want to take this here, do a V shape and put it on there. Yep, let's do that. Well, if I can get my fingers to work right, we'll do it. Yep, that's gonna be cute with that. All that down there. Yeah, I like that. I think that's gonna be pretty. Man, camera. Okay. I gotta tighten my screw up. It keeps going like, like the camera's sitting straight and then it'll go down like this. So I don't know if I'm camera view or not. But yeah, that'll be cute. There we go. Okay, and then this little piece here, what do we want to do? Really don't want to put nothing on top of it. And that'd be cute on there, just a little bitty pull. Sure, why not? Just do it. And that saying, I have not come up with it myself, but that saying is on a sign that my girls got me a few years ago. It's hung up above my headboard. Everybody else that I watch does like they do a word or whatever for the year. And I'm like, I really don't want to do a word. I'm going to do a saying. Yeah, that's cute. So it's going to be that, do more of what makes you happy. And that's what am I going to do? More of what makes me happy. What brings me joy. What I like doing. And what I think is going to be pretty. Now, not in any way, shape, or form have I conformed to, what everyone else is doing and all of that. And I think that is one good thing and one good reason why my channel has grown as much as it has, because everyone else is doing this collab or that collab, and I'm the only one over here that's not not doing that kit at all, anything close to that kit. Over here doing my own thing. But I watch those and I love doing it because I like watching people make ephemera. I really do. Any sort of ephemera of any kind, I'll watch it just because I like it. Get your creative ideas flowing, get your juices flowing, and all of this and that. So yeah, I'll sit and watch old Gail Augustinelli videos of ephemera where she goes through like her she'll get out her idea books and go through stuff. I'm thinking about putting that on there. I'm putting that on it. I think I will. But yeah, so she'll go through and do her her idea books and stuff and do that. And she had a series a few years ago where she did that. She went through and took her idea books, made all the ephemera pieces in them. I've been watching that playlist off and on. Oh. It wants the ribbon wants to bow up. And by bow up, I mean not lay straight. It wants to be crooked. Let's see. I watched a couple of good mini-series on Netflix. The one had Kevin Costner in it. Horizon, I think's what it was. And then the other one I watched last night, it was American something. American Primal. Yeah, American Primal is what it was. And it was pretty good. They were both very interesting. If you like westerny type movies. I love a good western, you know. Where, you know, it's not really where, like, you know, the bad man is running to town, and, you know, and this and that and other, and then you have, you know, the savior comes through, the good guy. And it's the loner most of the time, and he takes out the whole bad crew by himself. You know, them type of westerns. I love them. That's just awesome. So like the old, what was it? I wasn't even driving yet, I don't think, when the Tombstone came out that had what's his name? Kurt Russell played Wyatt Earp, and Val Kilmer played Doc Holliday. That's been a while ago. I watched that thing and watched that thing. We had it on DVD, and my daddy bought it for me for Christmas. I mean, I watched and watched and watched that movie. I loved it. I could say it word for word, every sentence in it. And still now, I'm your huckleberry, you know, that type of stuff. I love that movie. So, I was hoping that they would have it on Netflix or something. I hadn't really looked. I did look one time, and it brought up something that was Tombstones that had Liam Neeson in it. It wasn't it. But I have noticed that they have been putting a little bit older movies on there again, like that's really good, like Aaron Brockovich, the Equalizer movies, stuff like that. Oh, nope. No. Don't you do it. I don't like them peaks sticking out there that I put that stuff on there. It made it stand out a whole lot worse. Alright, so I'm not going to put anything on the bottom of that because I want to see that. I want to see that number, and that's the whole reason why I wanted that on there. So I think I may put some garden plant words on either side of it. Something like that to bring attention to the number. What do y'all think? That leaves too much space. Let's just put them both catty-cornered like that. I like that. Okie doke. That ink is a little bit darker. thought about it, and I was like, I wanted to put that ribbon on both of them, but then this one had the number there in the middle, and I don't want to cover the number up. And this is a big old, looks like bok choy lettuce. Makes some good, what is that? Kimchi. Which I like it. Cut it up, make a slaw with it. It's not as hot as, not as hot unless you ferment it. It's not as hot as the middle of the regular cabbage. Chops up a little finer as well. Oh, come here. So then I'm going to be like, people's going to be like, well, that's not garlic or celery. No, it's not. It's bok choy. But it's just garden words, you know. That's all we're going for here is just garden words. I probably don't know where I'm going to use these at. Probably in the darker one, I don't know. Which they're kind of lighter in tone with the fruit color, so it may go in that, in that lighter colored journal. The lady journal. The one where I was showing you, she looked like, with the lady had the hat on, it looked like, what's her face? What's her name? Donna off of Twisted Paper Studio. You know, she wears that straw hat sometimes. That lady in that journal looks like her. Yeah, see, right there. And it's from Leanne Scrap. Spring Series. Spring Gardening Junk Journal, 16 pages. Yep, that's going to be fun. I got to pull out my coffee dye and tea dye papers to get them in there. Let's see. Been on here 52 minutes. So, a lot of this stuff is, this one, I done messed it up now. These were supposed to be, and so then I decided this one here I had extra, and in memory it was just the packaging, and I'm going to glue it down as a pocket and a tuck, so I'm just going to put that over the front of it and put me a word on there. Put me a garden word on it. And just fancy that pocket up. To cover up that writing is all I'm doing here. It's a revisit from yesterday. Let's put radishes, because that's cherry tomatoes there, but we just putting garden words on stuff now. It's no big deal. So we'll put radishes on that. And then the reason why I pulled these out, because these were supposed to be envelopes. You're supposed to fold it up like that, flip that over. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down, the envelope flap. I'm going to glue that and across the bottom. And I took and cut a slit right here, and I'm going to take and glue across the back of this right here. And then that'll be a tuck there, and then this will be a tuck as well behind. How cute is that? So I just cut a slit there. So when I glue it, I'm going to take the flaps here, put glue on them, and across the bottom. And then right there where I cut the slit in it, I'm going to glue right across the top of that, so, and up the sides. So that'll be a pocket here and a pocket up here. And then these I'm going to put on the front. And I think I'm going to put the carrots on this one. And I did the same thing to this one here. going to be the same exact thing. I cut the slit right there. And then I'm going to put this on here. Oh, come here. And I think I'm just going to put that there on that. And that'll be all my garden words used up. So that is the idea for those pockets. And I don't know which journal they'll fall into yet. If they'll both go in one, or if they'll go in, one in one and one in another. Who knows? But these are a little bit lighter in color, so I thought maybe they would lend itself a little more to the woman journal, the Twisted Paper Studio journal. It's not her stuff, but it reminds me of her, the lady that's with the hat and all. Way down, her hair's long and she wears that straw hat sometimes. And no, I don't know her personally. I just watch her videos a lot. I like hers. I like to hear her talk. I like to hear her laugh. I love to hear. She's a grandmother as well, a Mimi as well, or a Meemaw, whatever you want to call it. But she talks a lot about her kids and her grandkids, so I can get down with that and G-haul with that. So I'll watch her quite a bit, sure do. Now our journal making and crafting are, pretty much completely different styles, and I appreciate being able to watch someone else that is a completely different style than I do. Yep, I like that a lot. That's going to be fun, ain't it? Let's see. Yeah, see, so you'll have your tag here in a pocket, and that's going to be glued down. And then you'll have this piece back here as a pocket as well. That's going to be awesome. I don't know, there's just, there were so many envelopes in this ephemera kit. I was like, I really need pockets and tuck spots. I don't need all these envelopes, you know what I'm saying? And then that's why I was like, with the file folders, I was like, I really do just need pockets. So I was like, well, on the second thought, won't I just take and cut those in half and use those as pockets, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do with them. So pretty much I got to cut them in half. I got some little bits of ephemera just to put on it, like a little picture like this, something like that, just to dress a pocket up. Did I glue that down? Nope, not yet. So I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I really didn't have, whoopsie, any idea that these were going to be so fun and come together so quick. I mean, which, actual working time on them, other than printing them out. I've done 2 videos, basically, and then the cutting on them. And we're pretty much, we're going to have us a bunch of ephemera. I got to put the journal covers together. Probably have one more session of ephemera actually making and putting together. Like I said, I was going to lend it to myself. What was it? We was talking about it, putting 5 pockets and 2 pieces of ephemera per pocket in a journal. We knew good and well I was not going to stick to that. We knew good and well right off the bat that was not going to be as an adhered to plan. It's because when I got working in it, I was like, that is just so pretty and fun to play with. It's just, because I like gardening. I mean, I love gardening. To be honest with y'all, I started a gardening YouTube channel about 2 or 3 years ago. And then my back and stuff, I had that, it was heat exhaustion, really bad heat exhaustion. And I blacked out here. I mean, I don't know if it was, basically it was white out. I fell to the ground, looked up, everything looked like, you know, the sun was coming to get me. That's what it looked like. I mean, everything was just white. I couldn't see nothing. And then wound up somehow or another crawling to the back porch and not crawling out the road, because I was working over here off the side of the house on a garden bed at the building. And I don't know how I did not get turned around when I fell and wind up crawling in the middle of the road, thinking I was crawling in the house. Because I couldn't see nothing. I really couldn't. It was scary. And I got there on the back porch and started cooling down. And I sat out there on the back porch probably about 2-3 hours before I even stepped foot in the house. Because I knew as soon as I'd stepped foot in the house and the air conditioner, I was going to be a goner. You know, if I didn't have a heat stroke, that was going to send me right into one, to be honest with you. Because I mean, I'd been out there working all day long. Cleaned out all the garden beds on both sides of the porch, and that the building is, I think, 16 foot long, and the garden bed that I had there was the whole length of the side of the building, which was 16 foot, or it may even be 20 foot. I don't know. It's a garage building. You can pull a car in, and you got a doorway to walk in, and you put there's shelving all the way around it. It's an older garage building. It's not in good shape. We need to tear it down and put a new one out there. But, but yeah. So that is going to be a pocket as well. But anyways, I was doing all of that out here trying to get my garden to go together. And it seemed like, you know, every year the heat affected me more and more and more. And I mean, just to the point where I couldn't walk. Like I have 2 garden beds on the side of the house. I had that one along the building. It was just wildflowers. I didn't have to tend to it other than pulling the weeds out of it to get it planted. That was it. And that's what I was doing, was weeding the beds. It was like, you know, 80 degrees, and I was like, I wasn't even thinking nothing of it, but I was going hard. You know, I've been working at it all day long, going hard at it, and just overexerted myself. And then every year since then, the heat just more and more and more affects me and just wears me down and pulls me down to a point that I walked out here this past summer where my dad was coming to help with mow the yard, and we were cutting like some wild growth out from around the stump up, and I was just chopping them with a lopper. And it's maybe 50 foot from the corner of my house to the light pole and 50 foot back. And I walked down there. It was 90 degrees though. And turn around, and it's a slight incline up the hill. And by the time I hit the corner of the house, I fell to my knees, thought I was going to pass out, and crawled back to the back of the porch again. And was like, I can't see nothing. Everything's white. Everything's white. So I don't know if it's just, you know, more sensitive to heat now, and because of that. But I've noticed ever since then, you know, any kind of heat on my face or what have you, I mean, I just get sick. But I love to garden. I love to talk about gardening. I love plants, you know, and stuff like that. And that's why I said I want to get these beds tore down out here, and I want to just stick to my grow towers. I've got, what are they? The green stalk grow towers that you see all the gardeners on YouTube using and promoting. I've got 2 of those. I got 2 of the leaf ones. One's a 5-tier, one's a 7-tier. And I plant those with herbs and mini peppers and stuff like that. But I'm going to get off here and quit yakking about my gardening that I ain't doing at the moment, because, you know, it's snow on the ground. But I thought it would be fun to do these journals. And I hope everybody else is enjoying it. And we will talk at y'all tomorrow. I got all of this on the, let's see, pretty much all of this on this side needs to be inked and glued together. These are bits that need to be items decorated and glued on. All of this over here needs to be glued together and inked on this side for ephemera. This is all the ephemera for my for just my herb journal. All of this is. That's all it's going in yet. So I'm going to take these brown envelopes and just take those and just the brown envelope itself and use those as pockets in it. So it's going to be nothing much, but I'll fix it off camera and I'll do the cover for it and that, but most of it's going to be done off camera. So, but I will do the flip through of it when I get it finished for y'all, just because, you know, I show you what you could do with it, you know what I'm saying, just as a guide for you. And I got them off of Etsy. Let me see if I still got the paper out here. Yeah, here it is. It's the herbs. Fun Ink Art Coloring was the herbs, the proper name of them, what family they're associated with, the description of it, the habit of it, the flowers, you know, where it's native to, the uses of it. So yeah, I thought that would be awesome. Just for my personal herb journal. Alrighty, here we are, about to have another coughing fit again. So y'all have a good evening, and we will holler at y'all tomorrow, and I'll keep you up to date on the snow report. Bye, y'all.